Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Video Games. We're back with another cool arcade game that's in our showroom here. Figured I would videotape it for you. You might not get a chance to see this one very often. It's a pretty rare game. It's not extremely valuable because it's not really desirable, but it's you probably won't see one of these again. So this is Ramtek, had a company in Canada called Volly, V-O-L-L-Y. That's not to be confused with the Ramtek game called Volly, V-O-L-L-E-Y, and it's a Pong clone. So basically this came out shortly after Pong. This would have been about 1973, and it's the hockey variation of Pong. So as you can see, back whenever Pong came out, it was such a big hit that all these different companies started making copies of it, and they would make all different versions and basically the same game over and over again, which is basically tennis. So this is hockey though, so basically the difference is your left player, and in the track, these games are so simple that you can play them in a track that just won't hit the ball, but the left player has a goalie on the left here. I'm moving it with the pot, as they call it. So you've got a goalie on the left, and then you've got two forwards over on the right, and then your right player has a goalie on this side and two forwards over on the left. The game was real simple though, so you could actually knock the ball into your own goal and things like that. But this was, you can see at the top here too, it's just a piece of plexiglass on the front. It says player scoring points is winner, left player, right player. And I believe you play till 9 points. You can set it up to win at 7 points. I think there's a simple dip switch in it. And let me show you how the front worked here. Again, this was 1973. You can see. I'll show you how simple games were back then. We'll open up this front door. There's nothing in the bottom of the cabinet but a bucket to catch quarters in. That's attached to the door. I'll look in the back here in a second and show you what that's like. This thing just has a old school black and white television in it. Not a monitor, a straight up television. So let me, I'll turn the lights off and then I'll film playing a game so you can see what these things were like. Alright folks, this is what the back looks like. That's the back door. Pretty nice little door. Simple little thing. The game board is down in that slot. You can see the discrete power supply there. Still working. We actually serviced that though. So. And then it's actually just has a suitcase style old school black and white monitor, or black and white TV I should say, bolted in. It's got a couple bolts on the bottom. You can see that the handle is still on top of the monitor. Let me walk around there and I'll show you the model number and everything. The reason I'm standing back, I got to sit at the camera zoom. We'll let you see what's going on. Kind of hard to see it, but that says warranty void if removed, television number 84. Hitachi transistor TV receiver model T21. And if you look real close, Hitachi Sales Corporation of Canada, which makes sense, right? And it's got the old school adjustments. You've got a contrast, or let's see what they're calling it. Oh, they don't have them labeled. You've got contrast, you've got on-off. This is on-off and volume. This is contrast. This is brightness. And this is, I think it's focus. So that's what the back looks like. Alright, so we're back. And again, this is Ramtek's Hockey, which was released shortly after Pong. This would have been out in probably 1973. As everybody was racing to rip each other off, or basically rip Atari off over and over again. And this was made by Volly, which was Ramtek's division in Canada. So doesn't get much simpler than this. But what I'll do, I'm not actually going to play it because it's, oh, and that's another interesting thing. Every game's a two-player game, so if you drop a quarter in, both players get to play. This is, you know, this is 73, so this was back before video games were anything like we know it now. So Pong would have been a two-player game every time you played as well. So there's no playing the computer or anything like that. The games are too simple. So But I'm going to drop a quarter in and you can see what happens. Check that out. Whoop. So I'm just going to play with the left guy. You can hear those awesome sound effects. It's got about 3 different beeps. Oh, and let me try to hit it with my forward. Oh. You can see that you can actually hurt yourself. You can hit the ball back into your own goal like that. So basically it's such a simple game, the ball just bounces off whatever it hits. And of course the right player oh, bet y'all didn't know I was that great at hockey. So anyway, that's that. And you can see at the top it keeps score. We're 6-4 right now. 7-4. 7-5. 8-5. Here's the game point. Oop, 8-6. All right, 9-6, and then it's back to attract mode. So that's it. Very, very simple game, but it's really cool because it's, man, it's old and it's a cool piece of history. Again, these you probably never see another one of these. There might be a few of them still out there, but there's plenty of Pong clones. You'll find other companies that made them. There was probably dozens of companies that made similar games. This particular one, though, especially the Canadian variant, might be hard to track down, but there it is. Figured I'd videotape it. You can see all of the games that we have in right now. That is not focusing very well. You can see all the games that we have in right now at lionsarcade.com. Or stop by our shop. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we've got a whole showroom full of stuff like that. And we just like to videotape some of the cool games we get in. Now, we'll probably have, this one may not be here by the time you stop by, or even if you check out our website, it might already be gone by the time you see this video. But maybe we'll have something else you like. All right, see you next video.